Hey there, everybody. My name is Coach Abby, and I saw a question on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in that I wanted to answer really quick for Sally. Her question was, I have a group of fifth graders that are super disrespectful to their teachers and cannot get along with anyone. Does anyone have a respectful lesson, or does anyone have a respect lesson idea or team building ideas? And I do. I taught in the inner city for a while, and one of my favorite games to play, or just resources to use when it came down to treatment of other people, was a game called Face Value. And so I'll walk you through it really quick. So Face Value, what you'll need is either just a deck of cards. I don't have a deck of cards, but I have some Uno cards. Pretty much all you need is some cards with numbers on it, different types of numbers. All right. I removed all of the wilds and things like that. We won't need that. So Face Value, what it does essentially is there are three different types of people in this game. All right. And so let's say from the numbers 0 to 5, mean that these people are what students will consider the lame people, the unpopular individuals, okay? These are people that they don't want to associate with. They stay away from, okay? And let's say numbers 6 to 10, these are like the medium people, like, they have a social life, but they're not popular. So then we go from, what is the highest card on here? Okay, so do what you must, pretty much. But you need a couple. Oh, all right. So maybe we do include, if you had a deck of cards, the Jack, Queen, and King. These are the super popular ones. So let's say, for sake of Uno cards, let's say the Draw Two, the Wild, and the Skip. Let's say those are like the super popular people, the people that everybody wants to hang out with. Okay, so you have that in order. So we're saying 0 to 5. Nope, don't want to hang out with you. Don't care who you are. 6 to 10, you guys are okay. I don't mind being around you. And then any of the wild cards, draw four, skip, reverse. All these people, these are the top people. These are celebrities within your group. Okay, so once you establish that, you're going to take your deck of cards. You're going to shuffle them up, right? Shuffle them up, and you're going to face down, give it to your student. Okay, so give it to the students. Line them up however you need to, whatever safe way that you can in these times. But they should not know. They cannot look at the card. They should not know what they are. Okay, they should not know. Because essentially, now I know it's a little different because I'm looking in the camera, but essentially what they're going to do is they're going to try to put this card on their forehead, or they can hold it up or whatnot, right? So they hold it up. They don't know what they are because they shouldn't be able to see it. So you can talk about honesty as well. But then they only know what they are according to the treatment that they receive. So, for instance, if I was with another individual and I have this, I don't know I'm a skip, but I can figure out who I am according to how people are treating me. So, in this event, somebody comes to, oh my gosh, Abby, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. How was your summer? Like, oh my, I'm so excited to be around you. Let's go hang out. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I can decipher in my mind, like, oh, I must be pretty popular. This is great. This is awesome. So you play that maybe minute or two or whatever. You get people's different reactions. Okay, and now you want to play another round. So you take everybody's card, and whether I know it's COVID, so maybe you have a couple different stacks for reuse or whatever. You shuffle them back up. All right. So maybe at the end they can look at their card and figure, okay, great, I was a skip, I was this, I was that, right? And then you can talk to them between each round. So I like to go ahead and just do 2 rounds, right? So let's say I'm shuffling up my card right now, and I'm going to take another card, stick it on my head. Now I'm a 9. Okay, so we talked about a 9 being, they're in the middle. It's no problem. People are like, oh hey, it's nice to see you, Abby, but they are still trying to get to the most popular people because that's the crowd they want to be in. So I can say, all right, I'm not being treated badly, but people not sticking around either. So you do that round. I always like to do, a couple different rounds. So let's see if I can. Well, for the sake of this demonstration, I'll pick a low card. Now, I have a low card. I don't see it, right? But I get people like, oh my gosh, ew, get away from me. Like, no, I would never be your friend. You know what I'm saying? So these people would feel a type of way because nobody wants to hang out with them, right? So you make that observation. After you go through a couple rounds of that, you want to speak to your students about how it made them feel, because the hope is that they were able to get a couple of different numbers, and maybe they were in a popular group or maybe they were in a low group. And then you start feeling that. A lot of times I got my students like, I didn't feel very great because I was a low card and nobody wanted to speak to me and people were being super mean. Then you got people, what it gives the opportunity to is maybe those students who are not as popular, maybe they got a card, and because they're role playing, they forget who they're speaking to and they play the role. So you get those students like, man, I felt really good when I was a high card because everybody wanted to hang out with me and all of this stuff. And you really can draw out more conversation about the emotions that go behind treating people a certain way. I would also encourage you that if they're being disrespectful to teachers, if you can get the teachers to join in this particular game and have that bigger conversation, that is, it's an amazing experience. And yeah, just get the students feedback and what they can do, so you can really pull all of that out and figure out how you all can move forward now that you've acknowledged that this is a problem, and then figure out how you can, what you can do if you identify this again in the future, and know what consequences, positive or negative, that you all can have as you build that trust together with one another throughout the year. I hope this was helpful. If I figure anything else out, I'd be happy to do explanation. Once again, the game is called Face Value. Face Value. You can get some Uno cards. You can get some regular playing cards. 0 to 5. Don't want to hang out with you. 6 to 10. We're okay. We can be cool. Any wild card. You're amazing. I want to be around you. Play a couple of different rounds. Discuss the feelings and emotions that come around it. And then make a plan together on how you all can make sure everybody feels good about themselves. Thank you. Oh, yeah. If you have any other questions, please put it below. Any other things that you like me to pull out. I'm taking a year right now off, so I'm scrolling through Facebook, answering questions however I can help. Yeah, I have a Facebook group called ATA Phys Ed, and then YouTube as well, where I'll be sharing this. Feel free to share it with anybody, and take care.